Tonight I want to do something a little different. And I want to talk about a dream that I had last night. And I'm not one of those people that have all kinds of dreams and think that they always mean something, because most of the time I can't even remember when I have dreams. But sometimes when you wake up from a dream, you just know in your spirit there's something to this. Like there's something about that dream that wasn't just another random dream. You don't remember every detail, you don't remember every face, but you know there's something there. And that was one of those moments for me. 'Cause last night in this dream, I was in a house with a group of people. I don't even remember who they were, but we were all together. It was nighttime. Everything felt normal, calm, like nothing was out of place. And at one point, me and another person stepped outside just for a minute, just to get some air. And it was dark, real dark, except for the moonlight. And in the dream, we just knew we were in an area where there were lions. Nothing felt dangerous. But then this female lion walks out into the yard. And even then, which is odd, but even then, there was no fear. There wasn't any panic. The lion wasn't aggressive, it was just standing out there. But then we started hearing people, voices, they were getting closer. They were heading this way fast toward where we were. And I remember something inside of me just knew we don't need to be out here. And I turned to the person that was with me and I said, we need to go into the house. And that person didn't argue, they just came in with me. And as we were going in, we started telling those other people as they got closer, hey, come inside, just come into the house. But those people, they stayed out there. And at that point, they were acting like they could handle it. They thought they could scare off the lions. And they were saying, no, you guys go ahead and go in. We'll take care of this. But the lions were getting closer and they still wouldn't come in. So we went into the house, but we didn't shut the door on them. We kept, opening the door and we kept calling out, just come on in, come inside the house. But they wouldn't move. But then the lions started running toward them and they began attacking those people. And I remember watching it and realizing it's too late. Those people at that point, they were being mauled by those lions and there was nothing that could be done. And I turned and said to that person that was with me, I don't even have a gun. I just remember being in that house thinking, trying to figure out what can I do? Is there any hope? And I just remember saying, I don't even have a gun. I can't do anything to protect them. And that feeling, that realization hit me deep in that dream. There was nothing in me. There was nothing in my hands, nothing I could give them. I couldn't shoot at the lions. There was nothing that could stop what was happening. And then I woke up. And this is what the Lord showed me as soon as I woke up. That the only thing I had to offer them was the house. That was it. I didn't have a weapon. I didn't have a strategy. I didn't have any way to fight it off. All I had was a place of safety. And I kept saying, come inside. Come inside. And they would not come in the house. And then, after I woke up, 1 Peter 5:8 instantly came to my mind. Your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And then it all made sense. Those lions in that dream, they weren't random. And listen to me. Neither is what's happening around us right now. That danger around us right now is real in this world. But what's even more real is that people think that they can handle it. Scripture doesn't tell you to fight the lion. It tells you where to go. Psalm 91 says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High," that's the house. That's your covering. That's the place where you're protected. It was where I was, me and that other person. It was our position. We knew where our safety was. They stayed outside and they were mauled. And we were inside where the lions couldn't touch us. And all I want you to hear out of this, because it becomes real for all of us, is that you can't force someone into safety. You can't drag them in, and you can't fight it for them. All you can do is point to the door and say, "Come inside," because the door's open. Proverbs 18:10 says, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe." They run. That means there's a moment where you realize, I don't belong out here. And then you move. And here's the message. It's simple, clear, and real. There is a place of safety. There is a covering. But it's not found in how strong you are. It's found in where you are. And the invitation is the same today as it was in that dream. Come inside. Because once you do, you realize something. You were never meant to fight lions. You were meant to dwell in the place where they can't touch you the same way. That's where peace is. That's where safety is. So come inside. Come to Christ. Get in that house. Because that devil, just like a lion, he's out in that world roaming around, seeking whom he can devour. All you got to do is come inside.